To help you choose best budget phones, we've included buying list of top 10 smartphones at below. 1. Samsung Galaxy A54. The Samsung Galaxy A54 5G. The main camera is now the same 50 megapixel shooter, includes a vibrant 6.4-inch display that runs at a 120 Hz refresh rate. The 6.4-inch OLED panel is brighter than the Galaxy A53's screen, and it's as colorful as ever. Battery life is better, too, as the Galaxy A54 outperforms. The Galaxy A54 includes Android 13. 2. Motorola Moto G84. Moto G84 is one of the best budget phones you can buy. The 120 Hz OLED display is the finest on any budget phone, while the Snapdragon 695 delivers solid performance and 5G support. Battery life from the 5000 mAh cell is solid, and you even get relatively quick for a budget phone 30W charging. 3. OnePlus Nord N30. The OnePlus Nord N30 5G isn't as capable as the phones we've ranked above it, but it also isn't as expensive either. You get a big screen with a 120 Hz refresh rate, and while the OnePlus Nord N30 isn't a performance powerhouse, it does manage power efficiently. The Nord N30 lasted 12.5 hours on our battery test, with its display in adaptive mode, which is a very impressive result. The 108 megapixels main lens looks good on paper and captures more detail than you may be used to from a budget camera. But it's inconsistent camera performance that keeps us from being more enthusiastic about the OnePlus Nord N30. 4. Motorola Moto G Stylus 5G. If you're looking for a way to boost your productivity on a budget, this year's edition of the Moto G Stylus 5G fits the bill. The Moto G Stylus has a 6.5-inch 720p display with a 90 Hz refresh rate, a sluggish but otherwise capable MediaTek Helio G85 processor, 64 GB of storage that's expandable with a micro SD card slot, 4 GB of RAM, a 5000 mAh battery, and we wish Motorola provided more than one guaranteed Android OS update, and even a headphone jack. The Moto G Stylus has one of the better camera systems I've used in the $200 and under phone space. The phone's 50 megapixel main camera captures a lot of detail. 5. OnePlus 12R. The OnePlus 12R is the first R-series phone from OnePlus to get a global release, and it's a welcome addition to the world of smartphones. The phone draws its design cues from the OnePlus 12 flagship, while scaling back some features for a lower price tag. For instance, the OnePlus 12R runs on last year's Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, but this isn't really a hardship. The Qualcomm Silicon delivers outstanding performance and long battery life, with the 12R lasting more than 18 hours on our battery test. 6. Samsung Galaxy A14. The Samsung Galaxy A14 winning combination of good design, excellent battery life. With 4 GB RAM, there's only 64 GB storage, which is a bit low, but there's a micro SD card slot to expand storage, and you can't really complain when a cheap phone is this good. You can also pay a little more and get a 5G version, which is otherwise identical. If you don't mind a 60 Hz display when other budget phones have smoother 90 or 120 Hz tech, and you're not fussed about having an outstanding smartphone camera. 7. Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 5G. The Redmi Note 12 5G have solid Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 performance to all-day battery life from the 5000 mAh cell, but the 120 Hz OLED display is the real highlight. You wouldn't expect such a cheap phone to have such a great screen. Cameras are a mixed bag, with an impressive selfie lens offset by disappointing rear lenses. The cheap build makes it obvious this is a budget phone, while Xiaomi's MIUI software isn't for everyone. 8. Motorola Moto G23. The Moto G23 is the great choice. The screen is bright. Its main camera will do the job fine. It has loud, clear dual stereo speakers, and it charges at 30W with the included charger. It has a dual SIM slot and storage is expandable via micro SD, though the built-in 128 GB storage is very generous for the price. The ultra-wide and macro cameras aren't much comp. There's number 5G support, and the processor is only fast enough to play quite basic mobile games. 9. Xiaomi Poco M4 Pro. The Poco M4 is the first M-series device in Poco history to pack in an AMOLED display, which also happens to support a 90 Hz refresh rate and full HD+ resolution. Meanwhile, The 64MP main camera is an impressive improvement for the series, while battery and charging are also solid. The design is a little divisive and the MIUI software won't be to everyone's tastes, but in terms of value for money, it's a great option. 10. iPhone SE3. The iPhone SE3 is a formidable small-sized handset that benefits from Apple's fastest-ever mobile chipset, the A15 Bionic. That's the same processor found inside the iPhone 13, which costs more than twice as much. The cheapest iPhone by quite a distance, the iPhone SE's 12-megapixels camera is also absolutely exceptional. The only fly in the ointment is the short battery life, but if you're able to spend twice as much compared to other phones on this list, then the iPhone SE3 2022 is well worth considering. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our YouTube channel for more informative videos about smartphones.